So, Tigger, you've been named in the NEAFL Team of the Year. Obviously, great recognition for a year. It's been a long year, but great year.
Yeah, obviously honoured to get named in the NEAFL Team of the Year. Obviously, a lot of good players getting around in the competition. So, yeah, it's good to be noticed, I guess.
Tell us about your year. You've sort of spent mainly up forward, but you had a big chunk of the year through the middle and got plenty of the footy.
Yeah, I started up forward and was going okay at the time, and then obviously through injuries through the main list, I got the opportunity to play through the midfield, which my fitness improved as the season went. So I really enjoyed that, and then as we sort of got a few players back, I went back forward, which I really enjoyed. I probably look forward to getting back there and kicking a few snags.
Tell us about your body. How did you get through the year? You had a bit of a knee issue towards the back end of the pre-season, but you haven't missed a beat all season long.
Yeah, once I got through that knee injury, worked heavily with Cam Ferguson and Max Kennedy to get right, and then it's been pretty smooth running since then. I had a few knocks, a few corkies, and that sort of stuff that slowed me up a little bit, but they're minor things in football.
Tell us about the NEAFL team this year. It's been a big improvement compared to previous years. Obviously, we didn't win a game last year. We won 8 this year and just missed out on the final. So, what's the program been like under Josh Fraser?
Yeah, we were probably a little bit slow to get going at the start of the year. We had injuries obviously to the senior team and getting to know a few of the academy boys coming through, but I think the second half of the year we've really gelled together as a group with the young boys coming through. They've improved out of sight as the year went, and I think the senior guys really bought into the boys and played really well as a team.
Yeah, difficult was that during the year when there were so many injuries and sometimes there's only as little as 7 or 8 listed players and you've got top-up players that don't train. How tough was that?
Yeah, it was tough, definitely through the middle. We had a couple of games there where we, under 10 listed players, and it just hurts when you've only got 1 or 2 in each line to really work with. But we battled through and then come out the other side later on in the year.
Tig, tell us about how your footy's developed this year. Obviously come off a big year in the VFL last year, but you seem to have lifted another gear this year.
Yeah, my game last year was probably all-round offence, mark kick type player. Where this year I've tried to work on my defensive side of my game, my tackling, just defensive running, getting behind the ball and that sort of stuff. So I think that's really improved. Obviously trying to build on my speed, probably a lack of that still, but I've really improved in those other areas, and then still keeping my marking and my kicking up to scratch.
What's it been like moving up here? Obviously you're a lot older than a lot of draftees, coming up here at 26. How have you dealt with coming up at that age?
Yeah, look, I think it helps in ways. I'm sort of mature in my life and sort of know what I want out of life a little bit. But obviously I sort of was pretty well set up back in Bendigo and with a partner and house and that sort of thing. So to leave that was tough, but I've obviously really enjoyed the challenge up here and love the lifestyle on the Gold Coast too.
You've worked closely with Peter Wright this year. Have you seen his footy develop? He's obviously great talent.
Yeah, Pete's a super talent, mate. I think he's going to be a really good player for the Gold Coast SUNS in the future. Probably started off a little bit slow at the start of the year, but his second half of the year's been really good and probably took a couple of games by the scruff of the neck.
Great, thanks for your time, mate.
Cheers, mate.